Hello everyone and welcome back to Meeple Leaf Reviews. I'm Jeffrey.
And I am Jacob.
And today we're going to be doing a review of Istanbul. With the expansion.
Mocha and Bakshish.
Okay. So this is a game that I used to own.
Right.
And I no longer do because I sold it to you.
That's right, yeah.
So maybe a little bit of teaser what my final rating is. But let's just jump right into it. What do you think of the art and components?
Art and components I like. I mean, the game gets a lot of flack for this cover art here and how creepy the guy looks.
Yeah, I think that...
I mean, overall, it's good art.
It's just, it looks like the guy is trying to lure me into an alleyway with some shiny rupees. And the look on his face is just...
Come this way.
So eerie. But other than that, I mean... The art is nice.
I mean, it all looks good.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Rules and teaching?
It's pretty basic. I mean, there's not a ton of stuff going on.
No.
So I found it fairly simple to teach to everyone that I taught it to, within, a certain degree. There are certain aspects that are tricky for new players to come across. But
yeah, I think it's just lay out all the different locations and then just go through one by one what each of them does.
Yeah.
And then you've basically taught the game.
Lots of iconography that people need to learn. And beyond that, it's fairly straightforward.
Yeah. Theme, do you feel like a merchant going around in Istanbul?
To a degree, yeah. I mean, you're traveling back and forth and picking up goods and then dropping them off to get gems, and you're increasing the size of your cart and you're sending people out, going to places. Yeah. I would say, yeah. Though some of the mechanics in the game don't really fit. They don't make a ton of sense. Like the tiles, the special tiles that you can pick up, which give you special abilities. I don't know exactly what that is. Maybe those are like influence that you have in certain respects. I feel like the movement where you can only move 2 spaces feels like, okay, I'm in a crowded market and I'm having trouble getting around. But then you get those certain cards or tiles that just let you shoot across the other side of the map. How does that work thematically? Like, are you on a flying carpet and going over top of everyone, or
maybe.
Like, I don't know. There's certain little things that don't make sense, but for the most part, I feel like it is thematic.
Yeah, I definitely feel like you're going around, you're picking up these different things, you're wheeling and dealing, using money over here, getting money over here,
trading like goods for goods, and
yeah. So I think it all goes really well.
Yeah.
So now on to the gameplay and mechanics.
Okay.
So I'll start off. The thing I think that is the biggest turnoff for me in this game, and it's something that we kind of discussed in our most recent podcast episode, and it's the point of the game is to get rubies, and that's all you're doing during the game.
Yeah.
You it's not like, oh, you're doing all this different stuff and then you're just accruing victory points as you go along. It's you just need to get rubies, and you're just like, okay, I just need to do this and then I'll get a ruby. I'll do this and then I'll get a ruby. I'll do this and then I'll get a ruby. And it's just very one note, one dimensional gameplay where I'm just doing what I need to do to win the game.
Right. I'm a little interested if it wasn't rubies that you were getting, but you were getting victory points instead of rubies that transformed into victory. Would that matter? Is it some psychological...
If the thing was to build up a merchant network, and then just things that you did along the way as you were building your network just so happened to get you points,
right?
Then that's more of a, okay, how am I going to set up this network? But literally, you're just going in and, okay, I need a ruby. Oh, if I completely upgrade my wheelbarrow, I'll get a ruby. So you're not necessarily upgrading your wheelbarrow to get more efficient. That's kind of a byproduct. You're doing it also to get rubies. So it's just not enough there to keep me fully engaged.
Yeah, it's like a funnel. All these things lead to you getting rubies, and that's the goal of winning the game. So I'm gonna do all these things.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out why you didn't like this game, and that was the conclusion I came to. was that you're just doing all these separate little things which are all very similar just for the purpose of victory points, and there isn't a lot of strategy that you can branch out and go, oh, I'm going to try this tactic. It's no, you're doing the same thing every time you play. It's just the setup is different, and there are some variations in which ability am I going to get first. Based on this layout, what strategy am I going to go to with, am I going to get a lot of money here because these two locations are close to each other or whatnot.
Right.
But for the most part, there's just kind of one overall strategy, one overall goal, but it's just how you get there.
Yeah, to get rubies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we played it with the Mocha and...
Yeah.
Say that word?
Mocha and Baksheesh.
Expansion. And that didn't change my viewpoint at all. It just adds another way to get rubies and a few more action spaces. So if you didn't like the original,
it's not going to change.
It's not going to change. It's just more of the same sort of stuff. Just gives you an alternate way to get rubies.
Yeah, I will say that it does increase the size of the board. You get 4 new tiles, but they're not just shuffled in and you randomly choose 16 of those. You now have a 5x4 grid of 20 tiles. So it is a little bit harder to get from location A to B now, which adds a little more strategy and tactics. But that's about it. Everything else is just more of the same in a slightly different manner.
Yeah.
If you liked Istanbul, you will like the expansion, but I don't think it's essential at all.
No. All right. So anything else you want to say about the gameplay mechanics?
I don't think so.
All right. So final rating time?
Final rating. I would give this probably a 7.8. I think that it's a decent, solid game. I enjoy playing it. I have a lot of fun with it. There, like we said, is only really kind of one strategy that all just funnels down into you're going to collect these gems. And it's just, how are you going to go about doing that with this setup?
Yeah.
And that's all it really comes down to. I do feel like there's some really cool mechanics in the game that I have fun playing around with, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this a 6.
Okay.
Out of 10. It's an average game. You know, I'll play it if everyone else wants to play it, but I don't feel engaged. You know, while I'm playing the game, it's just an average run of the mill game for me.
Right.
Like the mechanics are solid. I don't get upset when playing.
Right.
But nothing about it excites me because I'm just trying to get rubies, and it's just very one note dimensional for me.
Okay.
All right, well, that's Istanbul.
And the expansion, Mocha and Baksheesh. If you like this video, guys, please like and subscribe. It helps us continue to do this, helps us get out there and get noticed.
All right, well, we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching.